Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we'll be reviewing the Kia K4 Turbo. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Jerry Sander Kia here in Salt Lake for giving me some time with this K4. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbo 1.6 liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 26 around town and then 36 on the highway, with power outputs being 190 horsepower and then 195 pound-feet of torque. Before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So taking a look at the hood, you've got the Kia logo there front and center. Not a lot else happening, which is good. It's a clean design. Now popping down below, really sharp looking lights. I like how the bezel's all blacked out, looks sportier. And notice how many elements are actually painted on this, so it gives the car a much more upscale appearance. So tire and wheel setup is 235 by 40 by 18 here, and you'll notice that the wheels are blacked out. Pretty cool design happening there. Look at that, that's all painted. Other automakers need to take note. I like the little stem there for the mirror cap. Again, very premium looking. Blacked out mirrors, you got nice trim around the bottom of the window. And look at that side profile, that's a good looking car. Now this leads us to the Kia key fob. We have our lock and unlock opening for the trunk. Got remote start there on the other side. And it's kind of hard to click some of the buttons without clicking the other buttons. But it pops up a lot of the way. You have to lift it up the rest of the way yourself. Pretty good storage here in the back. We've got the tabs to fold down the seats. And yeah, that's a pretty big trunk for a little car. Plop. Got the Kia logo there, really cool taillight design, GT line there as well, and it's the rest of the rear. Now I do have funky door handles for the rear, but you got soft touch here, more up top as well. So again, that kind of leads to the premium feel. This is plasticky at the top though. But look at these seats. Got some of that kind of like white trim on them. Popping in, yeah, pretty good space for an economy car. We've got vents here, USB ports as well. The seats really do look nice and they're comfortable too. Headroom, it does slope back a little bit, but overall it's pretty good. Now this leads us up front where it's actually soft touch here at the top and down below as well. All of our window controls, mirror adjustments, and then you can see here for the seats, heated and cooled seat function. We've got memory seats too, blind spot monitoring. Pretty cool there as well. All of your adjustments on the side of the seat, and then pedals actually look nice. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, pretty cool two-tone design with the coloration. You got paddle stretchers there on the back for the 8-speed. Practical stuff like adaptive cruise control with your lane centering, get your drive mode select there at the bottom. Traditional stocks there on the back. So I got this digital gauge cluster in the center, which we can use to scroll through and see different bits of info and systems within the car itself. And if we press the drive mode select, I don't think it changed it. Yeah, it doesn't change anything, but it changes the drive mode, obviously. This also comes with a nice 360 camera system. Got this cool exterior shot and all of that. And then, like the climate controls there on the side, that's interesting. As for the infotainment system itself, okay. Yeah, it's pretty quick to respond. Easy enough to use. It's interesting how they have that there. But then you've got more, so you got physical buttons down below for like the radio, for the climate as well. Nice trim across the dash, pretty cool design, the lower section. And we've got all of our little USB ports there, phone charging pad too. Shifter for the 8-speed, got your auto hold. See with the parking sensors for the camera. And then this is cool with the cup holders. Got the little over-engineered setup. Good storage inside. Nice trim on the top. Got the rear view mirror. And then we have a normal size sunroof, but it's fully power. Interesting. So here's our window sticker for this. You guys can see GT line turbo. $31,840 is the total MSRP. And let's see how it rocks and rolls. Well, the sun decided to finally come out. Let's set off. By the way, visibility in the K4 is pretty good. This is an interesting car in this segment because this is the little compact segment, right? This competes against a Corolla, Civic, all of that. And it's the Elantra sibling, so we'll talk about it. But what I will say is the seats are really comfortable. Kia does such a good job with their interiors, just in terms of making them feel premium, looking premium for the segment, and the exteriors too now. I mean, this is the most premium looking and feeling car in the segment by a long shot. Honda's brought things up with the Civic, and Toyota's brought things up the Corolla, but still, just not even on the same planet. Turn signal cameras too. And you get a lot of tech with the Kias too. Definitely offering a lot of value for the money. Turbo power! Doesn't really have that much top end, but it's got decent low end torque. And again, for the segment, it's got some power. That's the important part, is how it compares to the rest of the segment. And I would say that it is quite impressive, if you ask me. Now, aside from that, pretty good insulation. And I mean, again, nice features like, yeah, heated seats, cooled seats. I don't even think you can get cooled seats in a Corolla at all. I don't ever Civic. It's like they just don't offer the features. Man, that torque is really good. Solid setup, I'd say. See how the suspension does over the train tracks here. Oh yeah, no problem at all. So, K4 with the turbo. This is a cool car. I know some people might say, well, you can get a Civic with a Civic, right? You can get it with a turbo. What I'd say is you got to get a manual with the Civic for it to be worth it. So you kind of got to go for like a Civic Si if you want to have something that is solid performance, because the CVT in the Civic is just meh. This having an 8-speed auto, I think, is a huge plus in this segment. And yeah, I mean, it's really the only car you can kind of compare this to is like the Elantra sibling, but the Elantra is kind of different lineup. Like the Elantra, just a few $1,000s more than this, and you've got the N, which is like a Civic Type R competitor. I wonder if they'll do a K4. If this is GT line, then K4 GT that's just basically a rebadged Elantra N. That'd be cool. I think people would go for that, because again, ultimately that would just be stylistically the difference, right? So let me guys think about the GT line turbo. I think that this is a I think this is a really cool setup for an economy car, and it's the most premium feeling, and it feels even more premium than an Elantra. The Elantra is solid, but this is on another level in terms of premium, and I think that's kind of what Kia is going for now, is, you know, to differentiate themselves from their Hyundai brother, sister, whatever you want to call it. We'll go with brother. Is to make it so that their cars just feel a little bit more premium at the same price point. That's all.